What's up, everybody? Richard back today with another video. Today we are going to chat about my favorite 5 bands right now. Over on the community tab, I posted a poll a few days ago asking which video you guys would like to see, and this one was the winner, so here we are. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I posted also something else in the community tab asking you guys to tell me what your favorite 5 bands were, and I saw some that were similar to my list, but I also saw some differences between both of our lists. So before we get into it, make sure you like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can get updated with all my other videos, including reactions and these types of videos as well on a weekly basis. And with that out of the way, let's get into my top 5 bands right now. At number 5, this is a band that you may not have expected, but that is, yes, as you can see behind me, Veil of Maya. Now, I first saw Veil of Maya live back in 2017. I was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they happened to be playing that same night with Silent Planet, and I thought, let's go check them out. And I was absolutely blown away. You know, Lucas was the front man, obviously, at the time, and they performed some of the older material, which I thought was great. But I really do like this new age Lucas stuff, you know, starting in 2015 with their record Matriarch, and then 2017's record False Idol. And that's where I really got into these guys, you know, with tracks like Doublespeak, Overthrow, you know, just Fractured is another one, and then my personal favorite, which is Pool Spray. From there, these guys have released 2 singles since, Outsider and Viscera, and I like both tracks. I really, really like both of them. They're kind of those tracks at first when I listened to them, I wasn't 100% sure, and then as I listened to them more, I really, really got into them. Outsider has like that fake out breakdown at the end. And Viscera really delivers in terms of like the soaring big choruses and then like that drop at the end. And I love the guitar work in this band from Mark Okubo. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I always get it wrong, so forgive me. But because that guy, he's flashy in his own unique way. Like, he's not noodling up and down the guitar, you know, making a spectacle of himself in that way, but he really uses that djenty alien noise stuff, and it just really makes the music pop. And I am so excited for these guys to release a new album, which it's got to be this year, because we are almost at the 4-year mark of No Veil of Maya records. So this year's got to be the year. It's got to be. But anyways, let's move on over to my number 4 band. I can't breathe. My number 4 band is, yes, Make Them Suffer. Now, between this band and the number 3 band, I kind of went back and forth, but I ultimately decided with Make Them Suffer at number 4. And I think the reason why is because I like a lot of their more recent material, but as far as going back to their deathcore days, not really my thing. But you know, How to Survive a Funeral and their most recent single, Contraband, I'm absolutely a gigantic fan of. I believe at the time of the review for when I did the album reaction, I believe I gave that record close to a 9 out of 10. And then Contraband was an absolute 10 out of 10. Courtney's vocal feature was awesome. Just little things, just like having her and Sean layer vocals at the end of her feature. Booker's vocals, especially on that track, and then also on Erase Me from How to Survive a Funeral, were awesome. Her key work is just phenomenal and really adds a cool element to the band. And especially with Contraband, we kind of got Sean's vocals at the end there, more of that deathcore style, which really harkened back to their old days. And I thought it was really cool to see that kind of make a comeback, but with their more modern flair. And so now we're going to move over to my number 3 band, which is also another Australian band. At number 3, we have Alpha Wolf. And now my history with Alpha Wolf dates all the way back to their Mono record. At that time, they had a different vocalist, and I loved Mono. I thought tracks like 104, Ward of the State, Golden Fate, Water Break, just phenomenal tracks. And then when Lockie joined the band, it went off to a hot start with their track Black Mamba. And then from there went into their fall EP with their lead single Sub-Zero. And then we had A Quiet Place to Die. Tracks like Creep, Restricted, Akudama, The Mind Bends to a Will of Its Own. And then you had, their closer track, Don't Ask, which was probably one of my favorite closer tracks of all time. Really wrapped up the album in an awesome way. And then you also had Bleed for You, which was kind of an unsuspecting kind of track from the band, but I thought they executed it very, very well. And I hope to see more tracks like that from them in the future, because I really think that they can pull that off. Of course, they're known for their new metalcore style, heavy aggression, but tracks like that was just a nice twist of fate, really. And so I hope that they continue that. And A Quiet Place to Die was a phenomenal record, all in all. And so a storied history combined with just really loving the majority of their discography lands Alpha Wolf at number 3 on this list. At number 2, yes, it is 1056, the guys from Paris, France, or if you want to call it a supergroup featuring Aaron Matz, who used to be in Betraying the Martyrs, you guys from Cadenia, Uneven Structures, Novelists, the list goes on and on. They are just 2 tracks in, but these 2 tracks really encapsulate what I love most about heavy music. It's unrelenting, it's aggressive, it's just powerful. Even just going to the production, the drums just sound massive. Aaron's vocals are crazy in this band. And then their track, Boy, their second single, absolutely floored me. It was a relentless assault of a track. And then you had like those 808 trap beats at the end. And now I want to go back actually to when Diazepam, their first single, came out. Search by the end of Diazepam. Actually, Nico over at Out of Line originally hit us up when I was doing reactions over on the True Shot channel, wanted us to check out 1056 Diazepam. I said, okay, yeah, sure. And, I knew it was a new Aaron Matz project, but man, oh man, I was absolutely floored by this band, and I was really happy to see Aaron doing that style of music. I just thought that his vocals really sounded great with 1056. I needed to have him on the podcast when I was doing the True Shot guest spot, and he was a phenomenal guest, and I would consider him a friend now. And I'm very happy to see where 1056 is going, and if this record, their debut record, is going to be anything like Boy or Diazepam, man, oh man, 1056 is going to be at that number 2 spot of my favorite bands for a long, long time, because let's be honest, passing this next band at number 1 is going to be a tall task. At number 1, It's Emmure. I mean, listen, if you guys have watched this channel for more than 5 minutes, I just love Emmure. I flat out love them. I remember, years and years ago, I think I saw them at like a Mayhem Fest or something like that. And I remember hearing them play the song Drug Dealer Friend. And we all know how that song starts. And so I was kind of a little bit like, I don't know if this band is really for me. And I don't know. But then years later, I rediscovered them. And, Look at Yourself came out with songs like Torch, Shinjuku Master Lord, Natural Born Killer, Smokey, Call Me Ninib, Flag of the Beast. I mean, the list goes on and on with this band, man. I just loved everything off Look at Yourself. And then we kind of went into the Hindsight cycle. And at first, I got to admit, I was a little, I didn't really, it was very dark. And I think that it took me a little bit of time to warm up to Hindsight. But now I listen to Hindsight probably, once every couple of days in full. I love it. It's short, sweet, and to the point. Songs like Informal Butterflies. Gypsy Disco, Pig's Ear. I mean, I could just name every single track. In fact, I actually have a playlist called Everything Amur, which sometimes when I'm, doing my day job, I'll just listen to that playlist for my entire work shift pretty much. I don't know, man. Amur is just one of those bands that just, it will never cease. My fandom of them. I love that band. And I don't know if anybody will ever be able to surpass them at number one, but that's okay with me because I absolutely love Amur. But anyways, that's it for my top 5 bands right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said at the top of the video, make sure you leave a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you know if I release new videos here on the channel. And also down below, you'll find links to all of my social media, my Twitch, and as well as my Patreon where tiers start as low as $1. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this list. Do we have any bands that overlap? Do you hate some of these selections that I have? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.